And training started. We are talking about consistency. That is our topic of the month. I've decided to pick one topic and train on it all month long to kind of allow it to stick a little more. And something to remember about consistency is that discipline leads to habits, and then habits lead to consistency, and that consistency leads to growth. And today I asked our dear friend Kayla if she could share some tips on how consistency has really impacted her business. I've just watched her grow so much, and one thing she has done is, excuse me, remain consistent. So I do have a couple of examples here to show you guys before she shares her testimony and how consistency has helped her. And then I have a lesson for all of you on consistency, and then I have something special to share that the leaders and I have put together. But here you guys are gonna see, oops.
Okay, another outlook.
You're gonna see some examples of Kayla being consistent in real time. I didn't show this to Kayla. Sorry, Kayla. I just put it together. I asked her to send me some clips of her being consistent. And one thing Kayla does is she does share her wellness routine consistently. So you can see here that she, shares herself making the aloe, whether it's without, using her voice and her just, sharing and making a cute little video that takes all of 30 seconds. You don't even need to come up with any words, but just showing people that you are actually drinking it, that you are actually using these products. People can watch us in this industry, and a lot of the time they're like, I bet you she doesn't even use those products. So it's very important to show your followers and show your viewers that you do use the products so that they can watch your journey in real time. And then here, I love this one. Kayla showed day one of using the aloe, and she shared, and even her baby crying in the background. I love it, I love it because sometimes people will say, oh, I can't record. My kids are always in the background. They're always so loud, X, Y, and Z. But this shows like motherhood. What is Kayla gonna do? Hide her kid and lock her up in a cage and tape her mouth shut? That wouldn't be realistic. You need to be realistic and authentic. And authenticity is a huge part of consistency. And I think what stops a lot of people from being consistent is that they're afraid to be authentic. And all of these examples are
Okay, another aloe flow drink.
really great examples.
Okay, another aloe flow drink. Me 30, how about you? Day 30, on July 24th, we're gonna make 90 days for all. All right, want to do the honors? Sure. All of our bottles come sealed. This is a new bottle that we're opening because one bottle lasts us half the time now, since we're doing it together. Have you noticed any major changes?
I've seen me go to the bathroom like significantly more than I used to. I see here shortening a little bit, and
Me?
yeah,
Less bloating.
yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, better bowel movements.
I don't know. Also, I feel like I eat like way less portions.
Okay, I definitely felt that too. Like, you know how we do big breakfasts? I feel like I can't finish it the way that I normally used to.
Yeah.
Okay. This one.
So good.
Of course, my honey came with me. I love bringing him because he takes the best content of me. He knows all my angles. So that was great. I am doing my aloe, but for all of you invested in my DMs, yes, we did make it to the beach. We actually set up and everything. We took like some cat naps for like an hour. And then we got brutally attacked by mosquitoes and sandflies. So we had to go right before the sunrise. But it was really fun. And, it's just nice to do spontaneous things like that. But I'm doing my aloe. We have free shipping, and aloe is back in stock. So get yours, message me, and I can send you the link. But yes, free shipping. I think it's $60.
All right, so these are all so good. She showed you day one. She just made a cute little 30-second clip drinking the aloe. She's here. This was day 30 or 90, I think he said. So like she's taking her followers and her viewers along the journey. And I love this one because she's also talking about her sunrise beach day in Miami, something other than the aloe while she's drinking the aloe. Like she's taking them along a story, and all of that is so important. And she does this consistently. She doesn't have to show up perfect. She's, just showing up as her authentic self. And then these are the results. So many people are messaging her. They're asking her about the aloe. People are only going to ask you about what you're talking about. They can only know, what you share. And I think, Kayla, this is just such a good example. So if you can kind of share with everyone how, like, just, I don't know, your top tips on being consistent and how this has helped you.
Hi guys, that was a little embarrassing.
Sorry.
I don't really love the sound of my own voice, but we got to show up anyway. Okay, so basically, I just kind of wanted to. It's like it's everything that Kat just said. I kind of show up. I include my kids in my videos. Um, if my daughter's crying in the background, I'm picking her up. And sometimes I kind of don't want to share. Sometimes I'm like, I share this literally every day this week. Like, people don't want to see this. And I think the main, like, what gets me out of that and actually taking action is that I just have to change up the message. So I love the slides that she showed you guys because it's I showed up on day one and I have been when I started on day one, I told everyone that I was going to commit to this for 90 days. And so sometimes like I'll post a still photo of like just the benefits. Other times I'll be talking about something else while I'm still doing my aloe so that people see that it's part of my daily routine and I am doing it. Sometimes I'll get DMs about if this is the only thing that's helping because along with that, the clips that Kat showed you guys, I'm also including my before photo. So like, I don't know if you guys have seen Kat's before photo, like this is where I got the idea from. So I took a photo of myself before and I am like a year and a half postpartum. So like for all the mamas out there. And so I'm a hair care girly, and this was the easiest way for me to transition my brand and include wellness into it. And that has been like really, really helpful for me because there was a time where I was feeling kind of lost and not really sure how to transition, especially coming from a brand where I was solely on hair care. And so the wellness, I feel like the Aloe Go specifically is a product where like we can show immediate results and it works for like everyone, not just like one person here or one person there. It literally works for everyone. So when you're showing something and you want to make like quick sales, I would say that's the one thing that you're gonna want to like incorporate because you'll be able to show those before and afters, um, and all those things. What else do I have? So I post my algo every day, starting with audience from day one and then approaching 90 days. Next week is going to be 90 days for me. I included my son in it because he wanted to do it too. He saw me doing it every morning. He saw like my bloating getting better and that clip that you saw of us, it wasn't like something we practiced. I just put it up one morning and that was like the conversation that we were having. He just knew that the camera was there. So I really want people to like see the difference, and then like I'm screenshotting too like the responses and like so that people can see that people are interested in this, and it's not just me. And then there are other people taking it that are also seeing, excuse me, results too. So, one of the clips that I have is like, Kayla, I've been on this like a week and I lost like a pound, or going to the bathroom better. Like, I know that's kind of like a weird topic to talk about, but like, do the poop talks because people really love that and people need it. So here, like, okay, you sold me. Where do I get it? And this is someone who's been watching and watching and watching, is interested in the business. And that's why she said it like this, like, okay, you sold me. Because she already is familiar with the industry. She knows how this works. And she's like, okay, what you're doing is working. Like, I see you every day for almost 90 days. Let me get the link. And so after the link, we kind of had a conversation with like, if you are ready, you can even get it 50% off with the influencer pricing. This other one here. Also, I have like my customers, if they feel comfortable and they're on social media, I have them tag me too. So like they're showing up every day and they're showing their audience. Plus, that helps with the customer referral thing, like the pharmacy cash that they get. So like my girl, one of my customers posts it every morning, like, hey, this is day 10. I lost a pound. Like this is one of her testimonies. Oh my God, Kayla, I was blown away by the results. Imagine 10 days losing 1 pound. I would never want to stop. Back office better get the subscription thing to work again. And then she ended up becoming a customer on subscription. So that's like where I know that at least I'm getting like a payment every month from her because she's ordering that wellness every 30 days. And then like the curiosity, so like I never mentioned pharmacy. NutriPlus isn't like something that's well known under pharmacy. So I'm never really saying like, oh yeah, this is the brand that I work for. This is pharmacy. Like I never mention any of that. It's really just to get people in the DMs asking me questions about what it is I'm taking and where they could find it. One time, which is the one and only time, literally in the like 5.5 years that I've been doing this customer went onto my link in my bio and purchased the aloe glow herself. And then when I reached out to her to tell her, because obviously, like, you want to keep that relationship with them, you want to tell them the best way to use it because how are they going to know? When I reached out to tell her that, she was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that you were promoting this. Like, this is part of the brand." And I'm like, "Yeah." So she didn't even know. So I think that's like great too. You never have to like lead with pharmacy. This is part of like my wellness brand right now while I'm in my postpartum journey to like getting back in shape and like all the things. And then like sometimes my customers post themselves on their stories, which this last one, Jessica, she's actually an influencer with us and she's on the call. She ended up joining and like getting started on all the wellness. And she posted a picture of herself, and I'm like, wow, like you look so good. And she's like, it's the aloe. So, like, you know that it's working. And I think that's like a great thing. And it makes you want to like get this in the hands of everyone because like everyone's seeing results, and who doesn't want to feel good, who doesn't want to poop more often and like have better digestion. So I think it's a really great product. I've sold 3 in the last 14 days of July alone, and I really truly believe it's because I force myself to continue to post every morning even when I think that nobody wants to see it. And then to kind of just wrap that up, just the different ways to post. So it's not always me talking about aloe, it's me showing my before and afters. It's me turning these stories that you see into actual reels so that it reaches more people with my before and after in the video as well. Um, it's basically like using the same message over again in different ways so people can see it differently and like use different words. Then
And really quick, you guys, if you can't tell, every response that Kayla's getting is from a live actual video of her speaking with her face. Like it's not a coincidence that like she didn't send me a bunch of responses from an infographic or a screenshot of the email. They were all from her because people, and I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, but they want to buy from people. They don't want to just like order off of a screenshot or an infographic. And you guys would be so surprised at how many people like in their 30s and late 20s are having trouble going to the bathroom. Like I have so many of my friends that are like, Cat, I have like TMI, but I haven't pooped in like 3 days. Like I'm like, girl, you need my aloe, you know? And it's like something that is on reorder that creates residual income, and we're helping other people at the same time. Kayla, I wanted you to kind of touch what you sent me in a voice note when I asked you here. It says like someone's asking you what the name of it is, and then you said good morning, aloe drink, and then you sent the link. Was there more to the conversation?
So for this one, she's actually a customer of mine. She started with hair care when I first started with pharmacy. And then she was only doing hair care for the last like 6 months. And then she's watching, and I see her watching my story. So then she finally asks me, like, I always engage with her on the side, nothing about pharmacy either, like just how her kids are doing or how she's doing or whatever, liking her posts and stuff like that. So when I got this message, she asked what the name of it was. I didn't mention like the brand I work with or whatever. I kept it really, really simple. I only answered the question that she had. And I just said, "Good morning, aloe glow drink." And I sent the link. And then I voice noted how to use it. So if you're going to reorder, you'll just log into your account. You'll go to nutrition, weight loss, whatever. I gave her the steps and I told her how to drink it. So you'll basically drink it like the first one on an every morning on an empty stomach, ice cold, taste the best. And I voice noted it. So um I guess it like really depends like the person, like how I'm responding and like what our relationship is. Like if I know them really well or it's literally just someone who I met on social media, you know? So
So good, Fred. And last question for you before I go into the lesson. Was there like a time where you were like scared to share your voice and your face on camera? And if so, like what made you get over that hump, and what would be your advice to people that are nervous to start like talking on the camera and using the products and like making the brand part of their lifestyle? Because I know that's a big one for people. They're kind of like nervous or don't know how to incorporate it.
I feel like, and I feel like everyone has heard this before, but like the more you do it, the easier it gets. The first time I probably had a shaky voice, you know, like I probably got red. I didn't want to show up. I did the whole just infographics, like, you know, like I made those like rookie mistakes early. But it's true, like people have to like you, know you, and trust you in order to even think about starting a conversation to support you. And I just kind of force myself, you know, like we are not our thoughts. Our thought, like if we don't show up and we listen to our thoughts, then we're letting our thoughts control us. It's okay to have thoughts and have doubt and whatever, but like actually taking the action is where you're going to silence that because after, like even my girls on my team, like they go live and they're like, "Oh my God, that was good. Like I want to do it again," you know? And you just like you do something that makes yourself proud. And I think that's where you have to like act from. You know, you're not doing this for other people. You're not doing this um, for any other reason. You know, nobody else is paying your bills. So, like, who cares what people thinks, you know? And just kind of push through anyway.
Just doing it, and it's like it's so simple that it's hard. But it's simple, it's not easy. It is hard to show up and do something that you've never done before. And I'm telling you guys, once you do it, it does get easier the more that you show up.
Yeah.
And for those of you that have never talked on your Instagram story and that you're not this like person that comes on Instagram and talks and shares and uses products, if you weren't that person before and you come into this space and you start doing it, you have more of an advantage because people are gonna listen to you more. They're gonna be like, when did Luisa start doing this? That's what her voice sounds like. Or they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, what's Ashley? They're gonna stop their scroll because they have never seen you talk on
Yeah.
Instagram before. They'll be like, what is Ashley talking about today? They're gonna be like, what is she doing? And they're gonna listen because they've never seen you do it before. Like you have more of an advantage if you are not the person that comes on and talks, and they're gonna be like, wow, Daisy is growing. Like what is she on that's making her have so much more confidence, that's having her, speak more, that's having her step into this new version of herself. So if you like, don't be discouraged at that, like, oh, I've never done it before, like what are people gonna think? They're gonna watch it and they're gonna be so happy that you have found purpose, that you have found passion, that you have found something for yourself, and they're gonna want to support you. And if they don't, they're just gonna unfollow you, and you're gonna gain 20 more new followers that actually align with you versus like a secret hater that was just like that didn't even realize they were following you. So I promise you, like if you're discouraged about that, that, I encourage you to just do it and to like grow in that skill set and to see the confidence that does start to harvest from those actions. So thank you so much, Kayla. So good.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for your leadership and that you shared today. And at the end, we'll do a Q&A if anyone has any questions for Kayla or I. But I really want to just continue to talk about consistency with all of you because I think consistency really is there is no secret besides the secret is to be consistent. So I want to go ahead and just get right into it with you guys. I want you to remember that consistency will always compound your work over time. With that slide that I just showed you guys of Kayla, it was just the perfect example. You know, her first, it was her creating the content coming in on day one, and then it turned into day 90 or 30 with her son. And I can't believe that's your son because I'm like, when did you give birth? When you were 12? You like he looks like your little brother. But you know, and her genuinely and authentically sharing that and taking people along the journey, it compounded over time to all of those responses. So consistency compounding over time, that is something very important for you to keep at the forefront of your mind. That's why that's what you want to do is stay consistent. And if you'll do consistency, you're gonna find that a little bit of the main thing every day will take you a long way. A little bit of the main thing every day will take you a long way. And as you continue to grow in this industry, there's going to be multiple main things as you grow into leadership, like talking in your chat, sending something valuable to your team. But don't forget the main thing is working your personal business, which is, you know, when you're brand new, that's all you have to worry about is your personal business and growing an actual business. As you step into leadership for the leaders on this call, there will be more main things under that umbrella that include you leading your actual team. But in the beginning, those main things are who am I sharing my business with? Like, am I sharing this with one person every day, three people every day? You know, getting in front of the camera so that we're in a time where you post one thing and it can reach 30 people, 5,000 people, 10,000 people. Why wouldn't you know, speak on your camera and potentially, you know, make a customer just through from your living room, and maybe that cut your grow you can grow a business from your living room here in Orlando, Florida, and gain clientele in California, in Brazil, in Peru. Like, why wouldn't you take advantage of that? So, you know, doing a little bit of the main thing every day will take you a long way versus doing a lot for a few days that will take you nowhere. If you do a lot, like 3 days in a row, 24 hours, it's going to take you nowhere. But if you do a little bit every day, it's going to take you such a long way. And it's so encouraging to know that you do a little bit daily and you can go a long way versus, wow, I have to do so much every single day. Because you don't, because that's going to take you nowhere. And I've been leading, you know, for almost 10 years now. And when you're consistent, it starts to reinforce your vision. If you're in a space where you feel like you have no vision and you can't see, you know, what's ahead of your pharmacy, what's ahead in your pharmacy journey, you might just be missing consistency. Consistency reinforces your vision and it reinforces your values. So if you're persistent, you will get it. And if you're consistent, you will keep it. So don't miss that. Consistency is a lesson that I learned that has become so invaluable to me. And I got it from this industry, but that turned into me going to Pilates and knowing I'm going to be bad at this at first, but if I'm just consistent, I'm going to start to see results. You know, and I have good days, I have bad days. I have days where circumstances are up, and I have days where circumstances are down, but I'm still steady and I'm still faithful. You know, when you see successful people, they're no different. They're going through something. There's something happening in their life. They have circumstances that go up. They have circumstances that go down. And usually more successful people sometimes have bigger problems. They have more things to pay for. They have more responsibility on their back. So knowing that, you know, no matter where your circumstances are, and what I shared last week is there's someone out there that is going through more, that has 1,000 more problems, and they're still making it happen. And that's what keeps me going. And that's what produces like the Oprahs out there that, get left on the doorstep and have no family, but still end up being something big. So if you can train yourself to do that and to keep that in mind, to be consistent, to be steady, to be faithful when circumstances are up and when circumstances are down, you are going to have and build a life-changing trait, not just for your pharmacy business, but for your physical body, for your mental health, for your family. So consistent, not just in your words, but also in your deeds. Faithfulness is consistent and consistency is faithful. So having great integrity in what you say, being, what you say being what you do and what you do being what you say, that's also very important. It's basically just, practicing what you preach. Because I know every single person on this call has clicked join now. And when you click join now and when you purchase your products, there was something that you told yourself that you were going to achieve here, whether it was out loud or to your upline or to your spouse. You click join now and you said, I'm going to make this work. This is going to help me. This is going to change something in my life. And consistency is basically just doing what you said you were going to do long after the feeling of when you made that commitment to do it in has left. So, like I said last week, the law of consistency is motivation gets you going, but consistency keeps you growing. So remember that consistency compounds, and a lot of the time we overestimate intensity and we underestimate consistency. If I go to Pilates one day and decide to bring in two 12-pound dumbbells and I go for 3 days straight and I use those 12-pound dumbbells every day for 3 days versus going to Pilates for 6 months straight using 5-pound dumbbells for 6 months straight, 5 to 6 days a week, I'm going to get better results than the person that came in for 3 days with 12 pounds. Does that make sense? Intensity isn't as uh, good as consistency is. So whenever you feel like not being consistent, know that it just takes a little bit of that for a part of your day. If you go into a Pilates class with 12-pound dumbbells 3 days straight versus someone that goes into Pilates with 5-pound dumbbells for 6 months straight, the girl that uses 5-pound dumbbells is going to get better results than the girl that came in for 3 days with 12-pound dumbbells. So it's not about the intensity, it's about the consistency. So don't overestimate intensity and underestimate consistency. We think we're going to change something, in our business and we get excited. So we give it 24/7 intensity for a few days and then it wears off. Like you get excited and you like post all this content all day for 3 days and then it wears off because like you overwhelm yourself to posting 24/7 3 days in a row versus a little bit every day. That's what keeps you consistent. So I'm not asking you guys to do something all day that's essential to your success. I'm asking you to do it every day for a part of the day. And that should be encouraging because no one wants to do something 24/7 every single day. So, your life and your growth, don't miss this. Your life and the growth in your life, it has to be stored up before it shows up. It has to be stored up before it shows up. So, a good way in measuring this in your content and what you're posting is go to your archive. Like go into your Instagram, click on that archive and look at how much you've stored up of consistency. And maybe you have a time in your business where you were really consistent. Honestly, if you've been here for the last year, look at your best month in your reports. And I want you to go to that month in your archive on your Instagram and look at how much you stored up in those previous months versus maybe a month that wasn't so great for you. Always remember that your growth has to be stored up before it shows up. And when you see someone that's doing very well, know that they didn't get started on it yesterday. Like when you look at Kayla's stories, she didn't just start posting that yesterday. She's been in this industry for a few years now. So remember that you're never good the first time you do it. You're never good the first time you do anything. You should see the first time I ever tried doing a push-up. I was actually talking about this the other day with a couple of my girlfriends. We were getting coffee after Pilates, and I told them, like 4 years ago, I cried when someone like I had just got into my wellness journey and I had a friend that was like coaching me in the gym and she had me hold a plank and she's like, "You're gonna hold this plank for 60 seconds." And I started crying at 20 seconds because I couldn't even hold the plank. Like I couldn't even stay up in a plank for 60 seconds. I was physically crying and I was so frustrated at the pain and I was so like mad at myself. I was like, why can't I hold the plank for 60 seconds? Like I'm so weak. And now I'm like in Pilates doing push-ups without my knees like 10 different times in a row. And it's only because I continued to show up and that strength was stored up before it showed up. And the same goes with our business, with our content, with our customers, and with our team that we're building here, right? In that first month, I couldn't hold the plank for 60 seconds. And it felt like it was never going to be possible, but that strength stored up turned into me like being able to go through the whole Pilates class, doing push-ups, doing the workouts full out in 100 degrees. So like don't be discouraged at small beginnings. Just know that a little bit every day for a part of the day goes a long way versus doing a lot for a little bit that gets you nowhere. So know that a plank 60 seconds a day might not seem a lot, but building it up and storing it up will get you to that full push up in the next 6 months, year, 2 years, 3 years. So when you see someone that's doing something very well, they didn't get started on it yesterday, and you're never going to be good the first time you do it. It's just that they've been consistent. They've failed more. They've fallen down more. They've got rejected more, which helped them store up the confidence, the grit, and the work ethic that it takes to get to that winning moment. So, because of consistency, you get to arrive to a level that displays growth, that displays excellence. I don't know about you, but I crave growth and I crave excellence. And you don't just show up with growth, you don't just show up with excellence. You have to store it up with consistency. And that's all I want for everyone here. I want everyone to be able to look back in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and a year and see themselves growing each quarter, to see a better version of themselves each quarter by little things that they decided to do every single day to get them to where they wanted to be. So remember that consistency is doing good every day. And the key word is every day, not all day, every day. Because everybody is good once in a while. I've even seen bad people be good once in a while. I've seen people that are not successful in this business make a really good reel one time. And the problem is that they don't stay good for a long time. The thing is that consistency doesn't get rewarded for my one-time shot. It isn't even rewarded for my weekly shot. My one-time reel, my once a week reel, you don't get a reward for that. It's rewarded after you've done it time and time again because anyone can be good in the short time. But when you're consistently good and consistently true to your word and to your values, I don't know about you guys, but I value doing what I said I was going to do because that shows people that you're reliable and I value being reliable. So like think of like what do you value? Do you value being true to your word? Do you value being reliable? Do you value hard work? And I think everyone on this call does. That's why you're here in this kind of space. So when what you say and what you do, integrity, yes, thank you, Kayla. When what you say and what you do consistently measure up, and there's a sense of cohesion in your thoughts and your words and your leadership and your questions and your actions, when all of that starts to come together in a consistent way, all of a sudden, the people that are watching you, they're going to say, I buy into that person. They're going to say, okay, you sold me. How do I get this? You're going to get that, okay, you sold me. Send me the link message. but it's when it all comes together in a consistent way. Go ahead, Kayla. The finger.
I I actually used to be the one who always used to think like, when am I going to get the messages when they want what I have? Like, when don't I have to chase? You know what I mean? Like, of course you always have to send the messages and stuff like that, but like it took me 5 years to get good at like attraction marketing, which is what that is. You know what I mean? Being able to post something that has people's curiosity sparked. And I used to dream of like, how do these girls do this? Like, and it really is just a matter of showing up every single day and doing it. Like, that's how it happened for me. And that's all I had to do all these 5 years. And I never took the action like that. So, now that I have, we're almost 90 days next week, like finally starting to see those messages where people are like, okay, what do you have? Let me get that. How do I get the link?
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah.
Did you have another thing you wanted to add?
Well, I was gonna say too, if you're just starting out, I feel like, because first of all, can I just shout out one of my new business partners? Her name is Alicia, and she joined like 3 days ago, and she's on her first team call ever. But if you're just starting out, I feel like that's where you should go. Like people don't know that you've been in the network marketing industry for so many years. Like maybe this is new to you. Aw, I love this community. Maybe this is new to you and people don't know what network marketing is, which is fine, but people know affiliate marketing, and that's literally what we do. We have a link, a personal link, a customizable link to us, and that we're able to share and people can shop from. So if you're new to the industry, I would say focus on curiosity posting. You don't necessarily have to get on live or your stories right away when you sign up on that day and say, hey, I just joined pharmacy. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. You can start showing up slowly, like by using the products and not saying anything about it. Talk about things that you're comfortable talking about. It doesn't have to be anything vulnerable or anything too personal, something that you're comfortable sharing, and just stick with that. Like what your weekend plans are while you're putting leave-in conditioner, or while you're putting mousse or hairspray styling your hair, or if you're a makeup girly, while you get ready, like talk about your trip to Europe, Alicia, like small things like that will start to help that consistency compound questions, all the things.
Yeah, and like look at Alex Earl, you guys. She has become a millionaire of just putting leave-in in her hair and talking about what she's doing that night. So it works. It's proven and it's true. And you can even like you don't need to say, network marketing and affiliate marketing. You can say content creator, influencer, because that is literally one of the top paid careers right now. And we teach people how to do that. So I've just been using content creator, influencer. When people ask me, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm a content creator. I'm partnered with a brand called Pharmacy, and I create content for other brands too. But my main, partnership is with Pharmacy. And they're like, what's Pharmacy? And I get to go down, the whole, well, it's a Turkish beauty brand. We have wellness products too. If I send you a video, it'll explain more. Just a lot to explain through text or even in person. So I'll send you the video and you let me know what you think and if it's for you. I'd love to help you make money too. Like super simple, super easy. So when it all comes together, when you're, when that sense of cohesion in your thoughts and your words and your leadership and your questions and your actions, when that all comes together, that's when people want to buy into you and what you're sharing and what you have to offer. So remember that consistency is your best friend when it comes to business and it comes to success, and not just like being successful, but growth. Right? You can consistently continue to sell to the same person every single month, but I know you want to grow in those sales. You don't just want to sell to the same one person every month. You want the growth, right? So like consistently sharing content and reaching new people instead of just, that's the persistence. Persistence is when you're doing it and then I'll next week we'll teach on persistency versus consistency and how they go together. I don't want to get too far off my notes, but know that consistency is your best friend. And when you've had a bad day, but you continue to be consistent, that's what creates a good life. You know, like, oh no, my my laptop's dying. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay. So you can have a bad day, but being consistent in your bad day, that leads to a good life. You don't want to have a bad day turn into a bad life. When you're consistent with doing the good
Mm.
things, that is going to take your bad day, but continue to give you a good life, right? So don't let your bad day turn into a bad life. Let consistency turn that bad day around and create a good life. The good life is going to give you, like, that good life mindset is going to give you that reinforcement to continue to be successful in doing those main things that is going to keep moving that needle, not just in your business, but in your life. So if you put in the work, the results are going to come. Not always right away, but in the end, if you're consistent in the quality and the quantity of your work, the results will come. And the more consistent you are, the more content you put out, the more that you focus on the quantity of your content, there's no doubt that the quality is just gonna get better because the more you edit reels, the more you're gonna learn, the more you're gonna like advance your skill set with editing, the more you're gonna learn how to do a voiceover, the more you're gonna learn how to add a photo to your reel. The more that you push out content, the quality will start to change over time. If you look at any content creator and when they first started making content to where they are now, the only reason why the quality got better is because they focused on the quantity of their content. And I edit everything in Instagram. Unless it's like a super long thing, then I'll use CapCut. But even like just like putting in those questions into YouTube and learning from different people, like whenever you have a question like that and putting it into YouTube and learning from all these different content creators, you're only going to level up your skill set more. When you watch content with intention and you see those day in the life and it has like the typing audio and then putting that into YouTube, how to like or even taking a link, putting it in Chat GPT and saying, "Can you teach me how to make a reel like this?" You know, you're going to be so surprised with what you're going to get in return out of that. So, if you put in the work, the results will come. Not always right away, but in the end, if you're consistent in the quality and the quantity of your work, the results are going to come. If you're adding value to others, the results are going to come. It's insanity to believe otherwise. It's insanity to believe if I keep doing this, I won't see results. If I keep doing this, no one's going to purchase from me. That's insanity. There's no way that if you keep doing this and you focus on the quality and the quantity, there's no way that you won't see results. The only reason why I see people not get results is because they stop. So if you're adding value, most importantly to other people, the results are going to come. If you're producing something of value, you're going to be rewarded. If you refuse to quit, you're going to be rewarded. If you continue to improve your skills, you're going to be rewarded. If you become the person who is the best in your field, the results are going to come. But on the other hand, if you do what most people do, which is put in effort for a small amount of time and then quit as soon as things don't go your way or work in your favor, then you're never going to get the reward. If you're only in it for you, and if all you care about is what you're going to get out of it, then the results won't come. But if you have in mind, if I share this and share my story, there's going to be another girl out there who's going through the same thing, and this could turn their life around. People buy from those people that are genuine. The people that are on their Instagram story straight after their workout with their son talking about bowel movements. That's who people buy from. People that are genuinely adding value. Sharing with people that your bowel movements and that you're eating less and that this has helped with your appetite, that's adding value. That's sharing with other people a solution to something that they might be going through. So, those that are offering something that makes other people's lives easier. And we are very blessed to have a wide range of products that can make so many people's lives easier in so many different demographics and so many different categories, from feeling confident with makeup, from feeling beautiful from the inside out with our wellness, from having a natural, makeup look with our skincare. We have so many different products that can help people in so many different ways. So you don't even have to worry about coming up with the product that's going to help people's lives become better. You just have to worry about adding the value and sharing and educating the value of how these products do that for you so that people can see your testimony and want it for themselves. So if you become the person that adds that kind of value that helps other people live better lives, I promise you that the results are going to come. So understand this. Money comes to those that don't work for money. They work to add value. They work for their purpose. And the proof is always going to be in the pudding. And if you're adding the right ingredients, your pudding will always turn out to be just fine. If you're adding the right ingredients into your life and into your business, everything will work out perfectly. So if you're adding in the hard work, if you're adding in learning, if you're adding in courage, if you're adding in faith, if you're adding in honesty, integrity, and adding value to others, and if you're in it to serve, not to get, and if you're patient and waiting for that masterpiece to cook perfectly, it will come out just right. But you need to focus on putting in the right ingredients with patience to allow it to fully cook. So, we're going to get ourselves in gear no matter where we are right now. If you commit, if you do the work, and if you dedicate yourself to a higher standard, the results are going to come. Wherever you are right now, just start there. And the results will come. My tummy started growling. All right, so from today on, we're all gonna set a higher standard for ourselves. Drop in the chat that the results will come. Claim it for yourself. The results will come. And I'm excited to see us all really just set a higher standard for ourselves, higher standard for, the people that we are working with, a higher standard for the potentials that we want to reach out to, a higher standard for the belief that we have for ourselves, and just a higher standard of, what we're sharing and the value that we're adding to other people. So, speaking of higher standards, the leaders and I have come up with an idea to help you all recruit at a higher level. I know that it's been, a topic of like, how do you guys recruit people with, 125 PV? And it's from selling products that are worth 125 PV, talking about a bundle of products, not just one product. If you're constantly just talking about one product, you're going to sell that one product. But if you're constantly sharing a bundle of products, now you'll have more than just one product in front of people. So we've put together a hot girl summer list. Roberto, if you want to come up with one for men, I will totally take you up on it. But I know most of us share stuff for the girls. So I have put this infographic together along with ideas from other leaders on the team, and I'm going to share the link to this so that you guys can download it and share it on your stories. But we've come up with some bundles, some hot girl summer must-haves, so that we can share this with our following with things that will add value to their life in this season, right? It's summer. People don't want to wear a bunch of makeup. They're focused on having having good skin, going to the beach, but still looking good and feeling comfortable with their body. So I have your serum for glowy skin, our vitamin C serum, some blush and mascara, which is all I'm wearing right now, your Glow Drink mocktail, and of course, our sunscreen, our sun defense, your skin's best defense, so people aren't getting melanoma. This is gonna help us with our sales, with our enrollments. This is what I'm gonna be talking about and using on my stories for the rest of summer, whether I'm putting on my serum to start off my day, when I'm like applying, sometimes it's hard to film your whole entire makeup routine every single day. But if you're quickly putting on blush, that's something easy to share. Quickly putting on mascara, something easy to share, right? Maybe, and whatever it is, maybe you're sharing your glow drink. We've put together some lists to help you guys with descriptions of each product. And I like to share the tablets. I've also made a flyer with the hydro drop. So slide 3 and 4 are the same. You're not going to post slide 3 and slide 4. You're going to post either one, depending on if you share hydro drops or if you share the tablets, or maybe, you switch off Tuesdays, Thursdays, whatever it is. And then the no makeup look. So what I did was I broke them up, so the whole thing in general is it's kind of pricey. So I wanted to give other options besides purchasing everything. So there's, they can purchase the glow drink, they can purchase the no makeup look bundle, and I put together the pricing of it all. This is the retail price, $385. And then the next slide will be the beauty influencer discount, which is $192. But each time you sell this glow drink, you girls are going to make $192 each time you sell this to a customer. It's 50% commission. So instead of just talking about one product and making $15 in commission, we're gonna set our standards a little higher and sell $192, $385 and make $192 in commission. So each time you sell this, you make almost $200. You sell this to two people, that's almost $400. That's a car payment, that's a flight to Cabo, whatever you want to do with that money. Go visit Courtney and where are you now? Colorado? Yeah, okay, Colorado. I don't know, you moved, so I didn't know if it was a new state. And then the no makeup look, this is retail price $181. And then it's $90.70 for beauty influencers. And each time you sell this, you will make $90 in commission. So and the last slide is, get it all. And when they purchase it all, it's going to be, I think it was like $480 or something like that. Um, what I want you all to do after this call is to make a hot list, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that now if you haven't yet. But when I'm sharing this, these are the products that I'm just promoting. When they get into my DMs and it's time to sell them, of course you're gonna have other products that you recommend them to add, right? So I don't have a lip gloss on here, but when I like the other products that you use and you love, use that to create conversation. So I'm gonna, they're gonna ask for the link, and then I'm gonna be in a voice note. I'm gonna be like, here's the link. I also recommend you adding a lip gloss. I love our Mirror lip gloss. You're gonna see that the recharge is sold out right now, so I'm gonna put you on the wait list for that. But you can still add the other products, which is gonna help you with your digestion, with your bloating. And then when recharge comes back in stock, I'll make sure to reach out to you so you can add the energy in there, right? So I'm not saying, I know that the recharge is sold out. I'm not even gonna tell them that it's sold out until they message me and ask for the link, so that I can continue to talk about this. And recharge will probably be back before we know it. So just using these as main products to promote, and then when you're in conversation with them in your DMs, if you have another product that you love, like eyeliner or CC cream or foundation, recommend that as an upsell. Oh yeah, girl, and you'll also love the CC, or do you have a CC cream that you're already loving? How do you feel about the foundation that you're using? Are you looking for something new? Because we have great foundation too, right? So I know all of you probably have other products in mind that you love to share, or maybe you don't even like the products that I have recommended on here. That doesn't mean that the people are following you don't want them, right? So, like, don't limit yourself to your own taste or your own wallet. Maybe someone's following you and they have discoloration or an uneven complexion. That glow serum is going to help them with a complexion that is like an even complexion, brighter skin. So, kind of like sharing these products, and let's say you use a different mascara, you can edit the slides and just flip in the mascara that you want to use, or whatever it is. So keep that in mind. But I do want all of us, for the most part, promoting the same bundles because this is going to help it become duplicatable when you do have a new BI on the team and they don't know what to sell and they don't know what to talk about or share or to purchase. If we all have these products, it's going to be a lot more simple. And I chose products that are going to give you results immediately, like the blush and the mascara. These are things that people can purchase and come in, use it, and show people results immediately. With the skincare, it is going to be more of like a come along with me for the next 90 days while I show you my transformation, kind of like what Kayla did with the aloe, and same for the wellness. Like the wellness won't be an immediate transformation. But these are all things that you can be like, follow along for 90 days on my journey while I show you my results. And then you can have it all. There's a little link emoji or sticker here for you to put your own link over on Instagram. So what we're gonna do as our homework today is create hot lists so that you can start sharing these products. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna log on to your pharmacy, oh my gosh, homepage. And I'm already logged in, so all you're gonna do is look at the infographic that I shared, and then you can go to nutrition and add the products. I have three hot lists. One with everything. So you're gonna see one with everything, which is the Hot Girl Summer Must-Haves, which is the wellness bundle and the no makeup bundle put together so that, you can have it all. That's gonna go on the last slide. And then the no makeup look in one bundle. And then I have my glow drink in another bundle. So having those three hot lists so that you can share them. But what I'm gonna do is I'm mostly just gonna share the full thing and they can add what they want to add because it's not gonna, you have to click add all to cart, but they can just choose what they want. And I'm always going to try to upsell um, and talk about other things that they see me using. So, does anyone have any questions on the Hot Girl Summer Bundle or consistency or any of that? He can sell it to the ladies. Exactly. Imagine if you did add more to your bundle, Kayla, but it's okay. It's not too late. Today's the day that we raised our standards. So, you can say, hey guys, I've been seeing crazy results with girls adding L-carnitine and Hydro Drop. So follow along to see my complexion. Let's like keep track of my complexion and my skin, and you already have great skin, so that's gonna be great for you. But let today be the day that changes everything for yourself, for your business. Forget about yesterday, last month, last week. Today can be a fresh page, new start, to you deciding that you're going to do what you said you were going to do when you click join now. So there's no questions. We'll take a photo and get along with our day. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me tonight. And we need the whole Rodriguez family. Where's Crystal at? Is she on here? We got Dad. All right, ready? There we go. One, two, three. Oh wait, hold on. All right, ready? One, two, three. All right, I love you guys so much. We have 2 more weeks of our consistency talk, and 3 more weeks till I go to Turkey. I'll be hosting tomorrow's Bible study. I'm going to be talking about the secret place. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so I will see you guys there. Bye.